This video is going to go over the slight changes that you would need to make to have your navigation continuously float over to the right. Now, it is with limits, like most things in full-size web design. Once you get to probably just slightly smaller than a tablet, it will break down and cause problems, but that's where we talk about the advanced features of adding the breakpoints. But this is a pretty decent workaround to get this look, rather than just have the menu be a certain distance away from your logo or whatever element is over here. So this would apply, obviously, only to those people that are doing horizontal navigation. And what I'm going to do is I'll put up the code and leave it there for quite a while, just in case I forget to mention something. You should be able to just go through and compare it to your code and see if there's any differences. Short, the basic steps are you have to have the navigation float to the right, and then you have to get rid of that first child that's in the CSS and change it to a last child so that you can put padding over here. So let's just start looking at the source code, the HTML code. And I added a class to the nav tag, and I just chose to call it my right. And then in the main CSS, note that there's already a float left on the header, which would be, like the logo or the logo type in the top left of the design. And then here's the new item that was added. So you put the period in front of it, my right, and then it's just simply a float to the right. And I just want to scroll down a little bit and show you the nav. There might have been a size in here that we got rid of, like a width. So like I said, I'll scroll through this really slowly at the end of the video, or just leave it up long enough for you to pause it, each section of it. And then the code that was in here before for LI semicolon first child has now been changed to last child. And then there's just padding of 30 pixels or whatever is appropriate for your site, so that the navigation doesn't push all the way to the right edge of the window. And I believe that is all, but just in case, I'm going to start up at the top here. Just scroll through this, and then you can just pause it as you need, just to make sure that you don't notice anything that's way different from your code if you're doing the horizontal nav and you want to try this float to the right out. And then after I go through all the CSS like this, we'll do the same for the HTML. Okay, and now the HTML.